been a long week, but Trendz Live is here to activate your weekend. And as your host, it is my responsibility to take care of you for the next hour. My name is Ntokozo, but we already family, so please call me Candy. Bona, tonight we are taking it to Harties. If you like ballet, we have a little something in store for you, and performances from the one and only KO, Oskasuta. But first up though, ever wondered how the jewelry you are wearing right now is actually made? Well, wonder no more. Trendz Live producer Noni Kumalo caught up with jewellery designer Noxolo Mseleku in Germiston to find out about the manufacturing process of a pair of earrings inspired by the African sun. Let's take a moment and indulge in this fascinating process.
Born in KZN, Noxolo Mseleku is a young female designer known for her customized designs. Her love for jewelry and its history is immaculate, and that is why she has created a brand of this nature. Today, we get to explore Elegante and how a pair of luxurious earrings is made from scratch, inspired by the African sun. How did the name of your business come about?
Okay, so Elegante is actually an Italian name because that's where I fell in love with the actual making of jewelry, because I studied in Italy for 2 years just to polish my craft. That's where my baby was born, Elegante.
And where do you draw your design inspiration from?
I know with the earrings that I'm actually designing at the moment, I actually got this idea when I was on holiday, when I just woke up and then opened the curtains and then I just saw the sun coming up, and then I was like, oh my gosh, this is what I have to base my next design on. So I drew, sitting by the pool, just drawing, just sketching, you know, just letting everything flow naturally. And then, yeah, putting it all together into a jewelry piece. I don't know how it happens. It's a gift that God gave me, and I'm so grateful for it.
Okay, Nox, so we're deep within the design process. What are you doing right now?
So actually right now I'm just finalizing this design before it actually goes into manufacturing. So actually I'm just going to show you guys around exactly how we do it, from the melting of the granules to the finished product.
Standing in front of me is a man who's responsible for the manufacturing process for Elegante. Please tell us your name and where you're from.
Hello guys, how are you? My name is Lucas Mokanya. I was raised in Tembisa. The first process is that you have to know how much weight you have to use. For the earrings that we were doing, I had to weigh and melt and roll the metal.
First, Lucas starts with the weighing of the metal. He needs to know the exact weight of the metal used. A gram scale is used for this process. The next process involves Lucas melting the metal at high heat to prepare the produce. Once that is done, the rolling process commences to form the pair of earrings. Lucas needs to know the thickness needed to make the plate and wire. Next up is joining all the components together to form the earrings inspired by the African sun, from the gemstones to the silver metal. Once the components are put together, Lucas gets into polishing to create the final product. Sure, what a process. From all the components being put together to the final product being worn by the multi-talented artist and actress, Miss Londi London herself. Welcome to the show.
Hello, thank you for having me.
These look incredible. Can you just show us, Nje, what they look like?
Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Diamonds are indeed a girl's best friend. So tell me about your relationship with Elegante.
Wow, I really have a close relationship with Elegante because Noxolo Mseleku is a good friend of mine, and we actually went to school together. Yes, at UJ. That's where we started this whole jewelry thing. So obviously she always had a dream of opening up her own thing, and I'm honestly really proud of her. I'm not just supporting her because she's my friend, I'm supporting her because, I mean, look at this. So yeah, so I've been supporting her since the starting of the business in 2019, yeah.
That's incredible. And I mean, they look exquisite. They look luxurious. Can you tell me what you love the most about this personalized jewelry?
Exactly that. That it's personalized, it's customized. Like you can literally just send her something or think of something, and then she can like turn it into something real. So for me, and I mean, it's unique. You don't see anybody else wearing the exact same thing if you wanted to make it like really customized as you want it to be. So for me, design for me is a really nice element of it. So for me, I really enjoy that part.
I get you. It's all about exclusivity. But I see you're also wearing a pendant. So is this a pair that you would usually go for, the earrings and a pendant, or what kind of jewelry girl are you?
I'm a simple girl. I like to keep it clean. So for me, I love a nice set that matches with what I'm wearing, or just in J sets and J clean earrings, bracelet. It could be like a bracelet, just a pendant and some earrings. So yeah, it just depends on the vibe and the outfit that I'm wearing. Or if I'm really like in a casual outfit, then I go like all chunky and all of that. So for this, it's a clean look, so clean jewelry.
As we wrap up, what are your parting words to Elegante?
I wish them all the best, more money, and I'm so proud of them with the consistency, and I mean, keep making us shine. So yeah.
And as they say, diamonds are
a girl's best friend.
I know, Shem, definitely diamonds are a girl's best friend. It's okay because tonight we're revisiting the spectacular polo match between South Africa and Argentina that took place at Inanda Polo Fields. This event was not only a thrilling display of athletic prowess, but also a showcase of elegance and style. From the action on the field to the chic fashion on the stands, our producer Puleng was party inside and captured it all.
Considered one of the most expensive sports to play, polo as a sport was originally known as a sport for kings for its high upkeep of the polo ponies, as well as equipment such as the mallets, boots and protective gear. South Africa took on Argentina at Inanda Polo Club for a friendly match, and the occasion was nothing short of action. Today we're spending the day at the races. No, it's definitely not the Durban July. We are in Johannesburg North at the Nedbank Polo, and the theme this year, of course, is green on couture. Later on, I'll show you what this masterpiece looks like. But behind me, it's the actual stars of the show, the horses. Today, it's South Africa versus Argentina, but also we're going to be finding out, is South Africa going to win? Also, what does it take for your horse to partake at the polo? Darling.
We run a breeding program and we train horses, me and my father. The Argentine team comes here and they travel the country trying to select the best horses they can for the match, and they came and they really liked our horses, so I'm really proud of them. Well, there's no greater honor than for the horses to do well in this match, so that's really it.
After what seemed like a match that's set to end with a draw between the two teams, Argentina quickly shut it down with 8 points, leaving South Africa with just 7. Right now, I've got a winner. His name is Juan. He traveled all the way from Argentina to South Africa and they just won. How does it feel to win, Juan?
It was an incredible game. We were always down until the last goal.
Yeah.
So it's incredible. We have the prize giving there at the middle, and then we have a party here at Inanda.
Yay! Is this your first time in South Africa?
No, I've been here. This is my 4th time.
What do you love about South Africa?
I love everything. The people, they are so nice. They are like the Argentinians.
Yeah.
And well, the animals, all of the countries is nice.
In your language, can you say you are watching Trendz on SABC?
Estás viendo Trendz en SABC.
Está viendo Trendz as SABC. There's no polo match without a fashion extravaganza, and the marquees were packed with fashionistas who were partying in style.
couture on green. It's very earthy. It has green tones. But remember, we are out to play with other kids on the grass. So looking as vibrant, as colorful, as beautiful as you are, to bring back the theme into your outfit would actually be very mandatory. Also, looking at the fact that everybody that's here was given a theme. But if you pay attention, a lot of people are not on theme because it's not easy to stay on theme. Couture, it's high-end fashion, very expensive and very, very sophisticated. But hey, we are here playing with other kids with a touch of green, of course.
So the most important thing for me today was the fit of the clothes. As you know, couture comes from haute couture, and it comes from the fitting of the clothes and also the beautiful materials we use. So I actually own a clothing brand called Button Brothers Tailoring. So we made this outfit specifically for this event, but it's 100% made to the fit that I preferred. So I'm wearing a lot of earth tones. So the shirt is a taupe color linen shirt with a silk jacket and a brown pair of linen pants. So a very earthy sort of undertone, but I brought in the green or the couture on the green with the silk scarf and the felt green hat. That's how I brought it in.
Polo is a premium sport, and we know today events like Nedbank Polo is a beautiful day out. It's about connecting. People are here, they're networking, they're having some amazing food, they're drinking a taste worth more, which is Stella Artois. It's all about the moments that are worth more and the premiumness of the sport and the beer. Puleng, who's dressed you today?
I am wearing House of Agriculture. They are a Pretoria-based brand. They do high-end weddings, this type of vibe. They love embellishment. And of course, I said to them, darling, make me look breathtaking. Don't forget my, yes, honey. I said the legs are my statement pieces. Whatever you do, don't forget to show the girls. And they were like, don't worry, we got the girls.
Guys, it's giving girls, it's giving rich housewives of Sandton is what it's giving. Puleng, guys, thank you Puleng for coming to our carpet today. Signing out.
I give you 100
Burger.
over 100. I give you 100 over 100.
Yeah, no, Puleng at the Polo, you've got to love it. Look, we're only a few minutes into the show. Maralabona already that we're bringing all the heat, and we're not stopping there. After the ad break, we're going to be bringing you so much more. So do me a favor and go hashtag TrendsX on, or rather, a hashtag Trends Live on X. Grab a snack and come right back.
Among the top 5 stations where medals were reported are in Inanda, in KZN, and in Mdluli, Gugulethu, Nyanga, and Khayelitsha, and the Helsinki.
Harare used to be a place where you say you are safe in your house, but not anymore now.
Isiphatha kabuhlungu kakhulu tata, and into esiphatha kabuhlungu ukuba bayabanjwa ngemva benza izinto baphinde baphume.
Akazama iyouth kube ne-meeting enziwayo or ezi-organizations zithile apho sizoxoxa khona ukuthi kanjani ukuze kupatrolwe.
According to a report by Gun Free South Africa, gun violence is the leading cause of murder in South Africa.
We have about 9,000 guns that are annually reported to either have been stolen or missing.
We have a problem with the influx of guns into our society.
Another gruesome mass killing here.
It's the availability, it's the easy access to the weapons that's the issue.
Let's make it difficult also to obtain guns. It's so difficult to get a licensed firearm, but it's so easy to get the illegal firearm.
We're going to get every gun, we're going to find every suspect.
And just like that, says Wile. This is Trendz Live on SABC News Channel 404, your favorite magazine show, if I may add. We all know that ballet is a world-renowned art form with a long-spanning history. It remains such a popular dance that in South Africa, it's shaped and morphed with a contemporary lens to fit our nation's vibrancy. Producer Refula Matila found out why that is recently at a showcase by Joburg Ballet with some of the best on point.
Ballet remains one of the staple art forms across the world, from Russia to the Americas, France and to Africa. Here we are today in Hyde Park on a sunny Johannesburg day. We are here to enjoy and find out what it is that keeps the revelers coming back. When it comes to an art form like ballet, how has it found its legacy in South Africa as well as its longevity? Dancers Ravel and Tammy have shared the stage together for many performances. Their skill and attention to detail is easy to see. How did they get into ballet?
My dance journey started very unconventionally. My sister was actually the dancer in the family, and I had a lot of friends that did ballet and everything, in school, and so I used to see them go to classes. And I think it was only when I turned like 14 that I thought, let's try, let's give it a go.
Well, actually, my mother tells me that I was dancing already when I was inside her belly. So yes, it was dancing ran in our family. My aunt was a professional ballerina. My mum worked with the theatre, the old theatre, Pack Ballet. So it was kind of inevitable that I was going to be a dancer.
And Revel, would you say you are able to find a space for your self-expression? I mean, it's a very structured art form. Is there space for the true Revel to come out and shake some?
I do believe you need the basis, definitely. But I think also working with different choreographers, different producers, you do get room to play a bit, and it's a growing process that, they get to see you a little bit and they allow you to bring a little bit of you to the pieces.
We talk about the hard parts, the difficult moments, right, that come with being a ballet dancer, but what are some of the easier bits of being a ballet dancer?
Building that relationship, partnership, growing together, understanding one another, that goes beyond just steps.
We're friends
as well, and I think it just, you really want to be as natural as possible on stage.
And that's the best part. I think the performing is the easy part, actually, because
you've done all the work.
You just have to see what happens on the stage. It's beautiful.
Former principal dancer and now coordinator of Joburg Ballet Academy, Bernice helps dancers rise to their fullest potential.
Well, I find that my students, whether they do end up in a ballet company or not, or a contemporary company, even though some of them won't make it all the way through to being a professional dancer, what they've learned in the studio is discipline and grit, how to work in a group together. So I find all of these things help them in any future career they decide to partake in.
This centuries-old art form is finding its way of remaining relevant in SA through the creative and intentional advancement of it, shaped through a Mzansi-coloured lens.
Ballet ends up being the backbone of so much dance generally. It's such a huge, important part of the discipline and the training and technique. And we're finding that there are still some strong audiences that love both classical ballet, but also are enjoying the new sort of ventures of artistic freedom that we're exploring as Joburg Ballet. Our first performance that we did for the year was called Scarcity, and it was just opened in 15th of March. And that was really around exploring this notion of 30 years of democracy through the ballet and through dance language. Some of the works explored hope, some of them explored some loss, some of them explored scarcity, and we looked at ideas of load shedding. And dance is such a unique opportunity to be this universal language, to explore these difficult and dense topics.
What would you say is giving ballet in South Africa the longevity that it has?
I think it's escapism. People can go to the theatre. It's 2 hours out of their day just to forget all of their troubles, their stresses, and escape into a completely different world.
And I think with the new generation coming in every year, it actually pushes the boundaries, the limits, and I think that's the beauty of ballet, is that it's always evolving.
Looking
Looking towards the future, there's a lot of hope for the dance to advance in South Africa.
It's not an easy art form to enter into generally. You have to make sure that your floors are correct, your feet have to have the right shoes, you have to have the right attire, you have to be so disciplined in building your technique. My intention is really to make sure that we're lowering those barriers as far as possible. So we've got a variety of options through the Johannesburg Ballet School, which has spaces in Soweto, in Alexandra, Auckland Park and Braamfontein, where kids can come and engage regardless of whether they can afford it or not.
The 30 years of democracy has been wonderful for ballet because it's made the art form more determined. Many ballet companies have been self-sustainable. There is no official government funding at all. Big companies around the country are self-sufficient, relying on funding and sponsors. Get involved. It's very rewarding. You'll love it. Even if you don't know anything about ballet, you don't have to know the terms and the French phrases. No, just go and appreciate it for what it is. The athleticism and the determination and passion of the dancers is incredible.
I hope that you have learned something today, and I hope that you've been inspired. Look, I might just do my little ones and twos, and on that adventure, you'll definitely be with us. Catch you next time.
Yeah, no, we went from jewelry making to the polo to the ballet, and now they say La Dolce Vita simply means the sweet life, a concept we call the soft life here in Mzansi. This means everyone who loves the finer things in life, and we took this on for a day visit in Harties for a cozy stay by the dam.
The sweet life, otherwise known as La Dolce Vita, a concept that resonates with many who find pleasure in art, culture, good food, fine wine, and pleasure of socializing. What if I told you you could create your own experience on a budget, just a few kilometers away from Joburg?
Some may say we are in the business of selling dreams. I say we do not sell dreams. We create the dream. Hello, this looks absolutely amazing. I am completely impressed. So, do you usually do this when people come and book at La Dolce Vita?
Breakfast, we always have a nice setup, but we are more than welcome to make any special requests, maybe such as a romantic dinner for two. Whatever the customer wants, we try our best to create that special environment for them.
We can't spend all our salary on nice places, the nice food, you know what I mean, and views, but we still want to get a taste of what it's like. I know that the biggest draw card has to be the dam, because you just buy the dam, but also, what else do you offer people that come to stay here?
Most people that come over weekends, we offer a beautiful weekend package, which includes on arrival in the room, your room beautifully decorated with rose petals on the bathtub, on the bed, you know, for that romantic feeling.
How does this best captivate the spirit of La Dolce Vita?
Normally with our stays, we offer either a 2-course or 3-course dinner. And we've got various options, which is Italian, polenta, we have ossobuco, tiramisu. I cannot get enough of that. So our food based at the guest house is to fit into our Italian lifestyle, into our Italian theme and so on.
The tranquility of the venue is topped up with a massage. Quite fitting to prepare you with what's in store for a day visit package.
So, what is the most requested treatment, specifically this season?
This season is definitely our life journey. It entails a 30-minute full body exfoliation, a 60-minute full body massage, and then a 15-minute full body rub. It's revitalizing and rejuvenating and relaxation in one.
So the people that request this type of treatment, is it mostly couples?
It's mostly couples. We do have a single person now and again, but for La Dolce Vita, it's more a couples destination, romantic, as you can see, with the boat cruises and everything that La Dolce Vita have to give you. So with the winter massage, you're going to receive aromatherapy, you're going to receive your hot stones and just something extra.
It's a surprise.
It's a surprise.
I'm a sucker for hot stones, guys. I love a good hot stone massage. You feel like you are somewhere in nice now, I think because of the dam and the views, but you're just an hour away from Johannesburg. What's mostly recommended? Is it better to do it outside or inside?
It normally depends also on the guests themselves. Sometimes they want more privacy in their rooms. We do it outside, but the most of the treatments are done inside for privacy, because afterwards you actually need to relax for 15 minutes.
The dam becomes a splendid wonder where views can trick you into believing that you are miles and miles away. So, a speedboat was definitely a no-brainer when it came down to the golden sunset experience.
The perfect ending to La Dolce Vita is a perfect sunset. And of course, you need to catch it at the right time. And you need the perfect mode of transport. It does not get any better than this. Don't say we didn't show you. Don't say we didn't do it. Don't say we were not there, because we went, we showed off, and we did it all. Cheers, honey.
One thing about our producers, Momo Gail work extra hard to give us the very best in content, but they always leave me. But it's okay, we're far from finished serving you the best in all things local as lekker. But we just need to take a quick breather, and upon our return, we have a performance live in studio, courtesy of musician Bailwan Star. Don't go anywhere.
So, you know, the thing about older cars is they've got all these underlying issues, you know, and if you ignore the signs, you just break down on the side of the road. So stop ignoring the signs. The ship is stale. The ship is stale. I've been listening to Riders on the Storm, no Snoop, it's just the Doors, cause this is not a game anymore. It's real killers on the road, and they probably have nothing left to lose, and my need for speed will probably leave me underground too. I push it down to the floor, the clutch cable snaps on the decline. We fall forward fast cause we move in the meantime. It's DIY, Bobby baby, someone's got a DI. Independent, like a diamond on a necklace. I kinda started skipping breakfast. I make a coffee, couple ice cubes, and down it in a matter of seconds. No time to sip it, cause time ticks, and just like it, I'm to-do list ticking. It's my time, wonder if it isn't, then whose is it? Who do I have to visit? Give a couple of tickets so they can come and see the bras and me kill it. I'm a bit of a villain, you see that course of light pull up, you were fine till you noticed who's in it.
Flooring, but I'm burning out, living in a dream by now. I can see the vision now, no matter what happens, I just know it's any minute. I just know it's any minute. Yeah. I just know it's any minute.
Jumping in this whip makes a brother miss his first hoopty. Vivid image of my beastly two-door coupe. Black GT with the red leather seats. Had people thinking solo really messing up the streets. Meeting some of my heroes while barely making ends meet. But they catch a glimpse of it and think he's off the leash. What? A 1.9 turbo diesel, that JTD. Told the line between looking the part and playing discreet. Can't tell you how many times I called that tow truck. Once leaving performance, had to tiptoe out the door. Run, connect that winch cable, put my baby on that flatbed. Blow a kiss, tell her see her when I've stacked bread. Bounce back and re-up, hit the and we up. Hit the road like nothing happened, then we active and hunt. Looking back, I know it matched my drive, matches how I felt inside. Thankful that it held me down, a chapter that I value now.
Flooring, but I'm burning out, living in a dream by now. I can see the vision now, no matter what happens, I just know it's any minute. Yeah. I just know it's any minute. Yeah. I just know it's any minute.
I'm not a stranger to burnout. You don't even know, but Franz Ferdinand did say this fire can get out of control. But Cleo Soul said, go baby girl. I was like, baby girl, you already know. So I hit the road when that night came. During the day, Josie drivers are just so lame. Mama would caution against that right lane, but she's never boarded a Corsa light plane. Whenever I visit, she hopes I might stay. But look what I invented with my right brain, mama. I'm down for a couple of days and I've got a mother who prays, and I just have to promise her I'll drive safe. Then it's back to the city like I rapped in the 80s.
Yeah. Back with a bang. A South African hip-hop muso whose roots in Kokstad, KwaZulu-Natal have shaped his mesmerizing jazz rap alternative hip-hop fusion. He goes by the name of Bailonsta, from captivating storytelling to commanding the stage with his dynamic live band. Bailonsta's journey from local residencies to international acclaim, including the Pop Culture Festival in Berlin and Zakifo Festival, showcases his innovative creativity and boundless charisma. Welcome to Trendz Live. What a performance, Badong. Hey, we have to get into this because off air, we've established that I know how to say your name properly.
Yes.
But one kamela khula ngempela.
So igama lenyani ngulwandile nkanyuza.
Okay, ngumxhosa. Oh, I see. Now you have to tell me about this performance that we started with. Like, who were you on stage with? What is that name of that song? Because it was vibing.
Okay, so the name of the song was Corsa Light Music.
Okay.
I drive a 2005 Opel Corsa Light. Or at least I did.
You did.
Though, if you know, you know. But on stage, I was with good friends of mine. I've got Solo Ntizwa Tim Kulu, frequent collaborator, good friend of mine. And then I've got a new friend of mine, Hannah Lane. She's incredible. We met last year and we just, found the synergy, and we've all hopped into that Opel Corsa Light.
And now here we are. I love it.
Yeah.
So your music has been described as a fusion. How on earth did you put these genres together to formulate the sound that you have now?
So, I mean, contrary to popular belief, people would assume I listen to hip hop all day. I love R&B. I love R&B. I love a lot of soul, a lot of the older stuff, your Bill Withers, fast forward to Black Odyssey, Mars Baby. Just, those beautiful sonic fusions. I listen for melodies because I don't know if there's anything more I can learn from rap because, I'm always on it, but production-wise, I always want to see musicality where I can take it. So it's an interesting fusion that makes it not necessarily the typical sound that you'd listen to.
It's definitely not a typical sound, and I can see then what influences the writing. But now you've performed on local stages, international stages. Do you have like one of your performances that like stands out to you the most, like a highlight performance that you've done?
That is, wow, okay, that's interesting because we've got this residency where I perform every Wednesday at Barber Black Sheep at a residency of ours, Your Weekly Touch-Up. So every Wednesday I'm performing. So whatever was my best performance is probably last week and the week after. But one of them at the show, but I think my band and I, when we performed together, we did a Says on Sundays last year, and this was in the middle of having done our residency, so we were like, we're booked, and now we're like, it's crazy, it was incredible.
Oh my gosh, I mean, what you did now was so incredible. A lot of people do describe your performances as very like charismatic, energetic. Like, what actually influences your stage performances, and how do you prepare for an audience?
Yeah, that's a beautiful question. So I spent 4 years in Durban studying graphic design, and I was still doing music at the time, and I was frequenting the local pubs, the bars, small venues, and because they were small, it was very intimate. Everybody was in my face, so there's no need to be like, because they're right here. So the conversational nature, right now I'm rapping too, there's just no beat, but this is how I'd perform, and people are right here. So the nature of my performances, it's like you walk into the room and you're just having a conversation, then someone hands you a mic. That's how my performances are. So it's very charismatic, conversational. We're basically having a conversation for the most part, and it's just easy at this point.
At this point. I mean, it feels like you're performing to me right now. I mean, we have to speak. It's been 30 years of democracy. We're celebrating African Month this month. How do you feel like your roots and the journey we've gone through as Africa, how has that actually influenced like your music and your performances and your writing, if in any way?
I think, generations previous to like my own, had a lot that they were carrying on their shoulders. And I think by virtue of having carried those on their shoulders, our shoulders are a lot lighter, but that doesn't absolve us from responsibility because now we've got to use our voices. Being a lyricist and telling my own story, I think it's by virtue of being a South African, whatever comes out of my mouth, if it's my reality, it's definitely speaking to the South African narrative. So I think having a voice gives me my privilege and having a lot less on my shoulders and just being grateful to everybody who carried on their shoulders just
makes me a little bit more confident about this phase of, you know, our country and what we're about to go into in the next couple of days.
Oh man, I love that. And as we wrap up this conversation, I mean, what next for you? Like, what can we be looking out for? I mean, you've been doing a really amazing work, but like, what's next for Bailonsta?
So Bailonsta just released an album. The chip is stale.
Okay.
So it came out last week, Friday. We're plotting a couple of days just to take it on the road.
And coming here to Trendz Live.
You know what I'm saying? Coming to Trendz Live, you know, making sure we get the seal of approval from you guys. And then we take it to Berlin. We want to go to Europe. We want to just get on the road. I'm also an artist entrepreneur. So I think there's a lot of just business. We just partnered up with Opel.
Oh,
you know, because my car is a 2005 Opel. Opel were like, hey, that's our car.
So now we see
hey, yo, listen, if you saw what I was driving when I drove here.
We'll talk about that off air. But thank you so much for your time. I mean, this man has gone through an amazing musical journey, and we are so proud to have him here in studio with us. But for now, though, we're going to take a little bit of a break. But fortunately, Bailonsta is here to give us another performance. So stay right there. Take it away.
Okay, so one thing I didn't mention is that I'm a little bit of a workaholic and I'm in the office all day, but take my hand, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, hit the bank, break it, break it, break it. I'm joking, I'm gonna have to make it back. Businessman, and I've been this man. Open up a page of my business plan. See how we gonna build these brands. Let's go, take my hand, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, hit the bank. Break it, break it, break it. I'm joking, I'm gonna have to make it back. Businessman, and I've been this man. Open up a page of my business plan. See how we go. Ooh, hey, sometimes I get a little lonely working at home, sitting in this office of mine. Wake up in the morning and I clock in at 9. Routine, cause it's like all of the time. Friends try to get me to come spend the day at their office, and offer that I often decline. They should probably wanna make sure I'm alive, cause I might die if I don't see another person. Is it my fault that I'm always working? The check isn't always certain. I've gotta make sure by the time month end is lurking, I've got enough cash to work with, like, oh no. Independent and focused, hit the target, I don't miss. Delegated, like hold this, like hold this. Hey, I was up all night long with bright ideas, just plotting on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, even on Sunday. Not enough time in the day, so we taking up the whole week. Hey, you wanna try slow us down, better save that thing like goalies. Hey, Sabans, they showed me. If I don't know that, I'm cool till the job is done, there's no sleep. So I was up all night long with bright ideas, just plotting on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, even on. Take my hand, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, hit the bang. Break it, break it, break it. I'm joking, I'm gonna have to make it back. Businessman, and I've been this man. Open up a page of my business plan. See how we gon' build these brands. Take it, take my hand. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Hit the bank. Break it, break it, break it. I'm joking, I'm gonna have to make it back. Businessman, and I've been this man. Let me take you guys back to 2019. I just pulled up in the portal, took it right back. 2014, younger me wasn't chilling in the corridor. Only 19, here for the degree, but I can't let them know. Keep working on every verse. Keep going forward, don't you ever reverse. I know it gets hard and I know that it hurts, but let me tell you something. Spoiler alert, I mean, the one that you will never ever. You were about to make it happen, you were about to get inside a plane. On your way to Paris, then you're gonna do colors, then you're gonna do numbers. It won't even feel like you're a newcomer, but you're gonna feel it pretty soon. My boy, so you better kill everything you do. My boy, bet you wondering how I got the beard to join. I just used some minoxidil and castor oil. Hey, I was up all night long with bright ideas, just plotting on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, even on. Not enough time in a day, so we taking up the whole week. Hey, you wanna try slow us down, but say that thing like goalies. Hey, Sabans, they showed me. If I don't know what that don't go to the job.
At Trendz Live is where you can find us on X, and at Miss Candy K is where you can find me. Influenced by hip-hop grades at a young age, Soweto-born Ntokozo Mdluli began a career in rap music. From his days as a Teargas member, a group with a huge legacy in South African music, to today being a multi-award-winning rapper and a pioneer of urban street culture, determined to build something that will last. The hip-hop maestro has now teamed up with rising star Maglera Doe Boy for an explosive new single titled Let Me Cook. KO joins us in studio to tell us all about it. Mr. Cash Time, what's good?
Thank you so much for that great intro. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I mean, it's such an honor to have you with us in studio today on Trendz Live. So we have to ask, like, how have you been? Where have you been? Because we'll talk about the things that you're here for.
I've just been working as always, keeping my head down and staying out the way, and yeah, just been in the studio cooking up, and I'm just glad that even after all these years, you know, there's still an appetite for what I have to offer to the game.
I mean, there will always be an appetite because you're always cooking something really great. So let's speak about the single Let Me Cook. Yeah. What actually inspired the collaboration with Maglera?
Maglera obviously is a fire artist, and he's on fire right now. For me, I'm a fan of people who I actually see like a version of myself in him.
Oh, wow.
You know, so like just in terms of like his lyrical prowess, his talent, and just his raw energy. You know, for me, that's one of the things that enticed me to his craft. And we actually had been in a conversation for about 2 years, trying to see, you know, what we can do together, and I'm glad that we finally found a record that actually speaks to that. So.
I'm so glad that you guys did. Yeah. But I mean, it's such a cheeky title and a very hooky, you know, hook that you guys have on the actual song. But like, what was the sound that you were going for, and what are you hoping that this record is actually going to do?
I mean, always when I put out music is for me to just add to the legacy now, because you know, there's nothing else to prove. Having been in the game for so long and having made history, and I think for me now it's more so just like embracing the newer guys. That's why you'll see me with a Toss, or you'll see me with a Stana, or you know what I mean, because these are guys that are like doing so well within their own world. Now being you know, side by side with a veteran like myself,
just making magic.
Yeah, it also just speaks to me being as embracing to, you know, to change and the evolution of the game. So that's literally one of the reasons why I still do what I do, and also continue working with, you know, young guys.
I love that. And you just spoke about the songs I wanted to ask you about, because you've had iconic hits, Gase, Tele, Rockabye, Baby. What's going to set this one apart from the rest?
I think this is just mainly like a culture facing record more than anything, because right now I think, like, you know, there's just new excitement as far as like hip hop is concerned. You know, we're seeing what they're doing, you know, overseas and stuff like that. But I think there's a resurgence that is also happening within SA hip hop, and you know, being one of the people that have, you know, smartly
maneuvered and worked your way to be where you are now.
I wanted to sort of kind of like, you know, lead the charge in that as well. But yeah, I mean, Maglera is doing great, and so are a bunch of other guys that are also coming to the fore. So I think this record will land nicely as the year goes.
I mean, it's definitely landing nicely. And one thing about you, you're charging the force of the game, but you're also charging it when it comes to the charts. But I have to ask you, I mean, you come from a legendary group, just like Tear Gas, but then you went on to do such an amazing solo career. What do you actually attribute your success to in the industry?
What brought me to the game was just the love and the passion and the respect for the craft, and trying to contribute in a positive way to it. I was never necessarily like drawn by, like, you know, the shallow things, the fame and everything else. So when you look beyond that, you are able to just like operate without being sidetracked, you know, by the sideshow, and continue just elevating. So
and focusing on the work.
Yeah, so to me, that is what I'm here for. And also, like, you know, it's a tremendous blessing. This started off as just a hobby. Now, you know, it feeds my family, you know what I mean? So like, I need to cherish what God, the anointment that God, you know, put upon my life, and you know, treat it like a pot of gold, because that's literally what it's been for all these years.
Oh man, I love to hear that. But we have to speak about the fact that outside of music, you're also just, when it comes to urban culture and street fashion, you are that guy. And I see you rocking some Skanda World tonight. Let's talk about your fashion brand, please.
Yeah, Skanda World obviously is, you know, a brand that has been around for a couple of years now, and we've also elevated to a point where we are also available at Studio 88 across the country.
Oh.
So this is part of the new range that's going to be available at Studio 88. I think some of the outlets already have.
Yes.
So
and you can get it online as well?
Yeah. On Studio 88, and then also you can also get this from my own store as well. We opened a store called Swave here in Rosebank, 9 Keys Avenue. So you can find things like this as soon as they're available. And I saw they showed some of the new stuff that we have right now, so you can find those over there.
We're honored.
Yeah.
We're definitely honored. But you must leave this one for me.
Yeah, and I will bring you a nice little gift pack.
You know you're on camera, right? And this is a live show, so we've got evidence of this conversation.
I'm a man of my word.
Listen, you've had big heights and like triumphs within your career. I'm sure there's been moments where you had to overcome that were challenges. But what's next for you outside of the new single, outside of the clothing brand? Like, could we be expecting as Skanda Republic 4 maybe?
Definitely another album coming out this year.
Oh.
But it's not actually going to be under, it's not going to be part of this Skanda Republic series. But it definitely still is a KO project that people can appreciate. But outside of that, we are also just trying to diversify and continue adding to, the entrepreneurial portfolio. Obviously we've got the clothing side of things and the store, and we just want to see what else we can get our hands into, because with what we have been offered from the music side of things, I can't do music forever, so there also has to be other
you
things.
could, that's fine.
I mean, of course, but I'm just saying, you also want to grow and evolve. Some of the people that I model myself around is the likes of those Skidos, and how he evolved and transitioned into something else, whether it's Jay-Z and things like that. So those are the people that I look up to, and I would like to follow in their footsteps.
Well, I feel like you're doing such an amazing job at that. But all right, that is a wrap. Thank you so much for your time. It was such a great thing having you in studio with us today, Mr. Castam. But Trendz Life family, we're going to love and leave you, and it was such a treat getting to spend the last hour with you. Mara, be sure to tune in again next week Friday at 8 p.m. right here on SABC News Channel 404. For now though, put your hands together for hip-hop maestro, Mr. Cash Time himself. KO, take the stage. Good night.
Whoa. Hey, love is samba now. Gang. Shout out to Maglera. Hey, another ghetto episode in my hood. Hey, pocket full of money, I'm good. Waza ngathi to my boo. Tombazano ngaphithelo ngayijo. Funa isiphuzo kama silumawo. I triple like with the money fashion. The Lord is my shepherd. No more na nina nebat. Most calm tina nekrach. Soksov zinjes is strach. Get a episode. This could be the realest hit I ever wrote. Truly on the freeway when I'm on the road. Sacrifice your lamb, you best with the gold. Hey, Zabalas, hold the Mondays, keep it popularized. Fully freeze, I see the Hagen-Dazs. Malamba, Lake Nino, sabotage. Bele, with the Midas chat. Natis in the Lamadas. PT, 3P, was, and the Tim Lotex, keep it, that's. No, Askate. Oh, let me go. Hey, let me go. Oli, no, Askate. Let me go. Hey, in the lobby, in the lobby. It's a bunch in the lobby, yeah. In the lobby, It's a bunch in the lobby, Okay, lobby samba now, Asjoli now, abanga metu, lobby samba now. Asjoli now, hey, abangan betu, abangan betu.